Chrysalis Center, through social innovation, assists people to grow, thrive, and rebuild their lives.
I grew up in Hartford, Connecticut all my life. I have 2 children, a son and a daughter. I was working 2 jobs. I lost one of my jobs, and I was taking the income that I had with trying to pay a mortgage and feed my children. I was introduced to Freshplace by one of my girlfriend's mother. I was telling her my story, that I lost a job and I couldn't do it anymore. I was ready, more or less ready to give up. So when I came over here to Freshplace, everybody seemed so nice. It was just like a breath of fresh air of all the things that I was going through, like my world was caving in. And when I met John and a bunch of other friends, it wasn't about the groceries. It wasn't about what I was bringing home to my kids anymore. It was basically about family. You guys were family to me. And ever since that day, John and his crew uplifted me. And when he did, I was able to rise above the water. I was ready to go out and fight the world. And I can say right to this day, I'm not hungry anymore. I'm working 2 jobs, and my kids are happy.
Donna came a little bit over she's been with the program, I think, about 14 months. And when she came, she had to move out of her house. They were foreclosing the house. Her electricity bill was in debt. And when she came to Freshplace, she was really devastated and in real need. We had to find her housing quite quick. But she has been really helpful in Freshplace. She's been really motivated to find employment. So she has really been kind of focused on the culinary fields and education.
I've been a crossing guard for 7 years, and I also worked the summer at First Cathedral as a preschool teacher. My crossing guard job and my preschool job brings me happiness because I get to deal with different children, and they love me and I love them. I also worked for Freshplace last year, delivering brochures for the SNAP program. The hopes for my kids, I would like them to succeed in life. I would like to continue to serve the children. I would love to continue to go back to school. And I would love to see others that's been where I am. You can succeed in life and you can get anything that you want out of life.
Our work is centered on building confidence, leading to success, and the ability to conquer life's challenges.
I was born and raised in Jamaica. I'm a single mother. I have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids. I used to work with Air Jamaica, and then I got laid off. After I got laid off, I said, this is not working out for me, so I migrate here. We had just moved here. We were a bit on the down low with food, and I ran into this lady, and she said, I heard of a food pantry around here. They give free food. So I said, free food, like free? So she said, yes. And she said, you want to follow me? So I said, sure. So when I came with her, I met John. John said to me, how can I help you today? My 4-year-old said, my mom don't have any food in the house. So John said, well, you're at the right place, but this is not how we do it. So I said, how does this thing work? So he said, it's not about food pantry only. It's like an organization where you help to get you jobs, get on your feet, and we help you in different areas. He interviewed me, and he helped me to choose schools for my kids. He basically taught me how to live here. I was a HHA, but coming here, HHA wouldn't work. So he said, why don't you try CNA? CNA, you have to work in a nursing home or in facilities. So I said, John, how am I going to get a CNA? So he said, I'll tell you how to get it. Don't worry. He helped me to get into programs that could help me pay for my CNA. After I did my CNA, I called him and I said, John, guess what? And he said, tell me that you passed. And I said, yes, I passed. And he said, well, that part is out of the way, so we're going to go on job huntings now. If it wasn't for Freshplace, I wouldn't have my CNA. And now I'm looking into jobs, so I was more than excited.
Sophia came to the Freshplace program about 8 months ago. Her goal was to get more employment and to have better education so she could go on to get her LPN.
Freshplace, it's not about food, it's about counseling, it's about helping you, preparing you for the future, and helping you in your everyday life. My dream is to become an LPN and to get my GED. This morning, John called me. He said, Sophia, I got something for you. And I said, what is it, John? And he said to me, I got a GED program for you. So I was very excited. And I said, John, I am not going to stop. This is my field. I have a passion for it, and I will not stop until I get it. Without Freshplace, it wouldn't happen.
I was homeless and nobody was there for me. I used to sleep in the park. I slept in my car, and I have the engine running in the cold just to stay warm.
Keith came because at the time he was homeless. He heard a lot about Chrysalis. He knew that we were in the business of helping individuals rebuild their lives, and that's exactly what he wanted to do.
I feel sick one night and I asked this guy named Jeffrey to take me to the doctor. They do an MRI and found out that I got a tumor in my head.
He was severely depressed. He had hallucinations, financial issues, a lack of support. So he had every single obstacle that you can think of.
I could read and write good, and soon as the tumor take out, I can read. I don't know if it's a miracle, but everything started to happen for me.
When Keith first came on, he had 3 goals. He wanted to not be homeless anymore. He wanted to be healthy, and he wanted to have his son in his life. And now Keith has all of those things.
My son was living with his grandmother, and he came one day and visit me, and he said, Dad, I want to come live with you. I didn't want to have my son in my life, because that's my only child and I love him. I went to the child support to get a court order so my son could stay with me. So they provide me with an apartment.
When Keith first got his apartment, he was extremely excited, as we were excited for him as well. I think him having a place to call home, having a place where he can lay down at night and not be afraid of what someone might do to him, not knowing where he's going to get his next meal. Now he's in his place. He loves cooking. He loves juicing. He's in his own home. A lot of that stress is gone. A lot of people come to Chrysalis expecting a hand out. Keith came to Chrysalis expecting a hand up. He receives the services, but he also gives back to others. He volunteers at Freshplace. He volunteers in the rec. Even just being around, Keith is a positive influence.
Keith has been part of the hydroponic program. He started in Urban Roots about 6 months ago. He's very independent at working, and he's not scared to work hard.
I work and I do a lot of good things for people. It's good to give back. You have to give to get, because what goes around comes back around.
Keith has always been positive, but now he seems to be more positive. He is a walking billboard for Chrysalis. He is exactly what we go into this business for.
Chrysalis is a big impact in my life. It's lift my spirit up, make me feel better. Homelessness is not a nice thing. And for all the people out there that are homeless, I pray for them. You know, I hope they get help, because it's not a nice life. My hope in the future, I would like to continue to help people. That's where your blessing counts. What I have now, I give thanks for it. And in the future, I'm praying for better to come.
Chrysalis Center rebuilds lives through its core services: community support services and case management, community employment services, community supportive housing, recovery services, and community connections, achieving stronger individuals, stronger families, and stronger communities.